Okay, so this was an idea that came to mind from me and Bradley. So hopefully this actually does go well. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but that aside, we thought it'd be cool to race some free games that are on the PS4, and this is the one that came to us first. I don't actually know what it's called. It starts with a K though. I'll probably edit in the name later. I don't know, but so far we've only done the tutorial, and that makes us 100% qualified. So yeah, let's get on with it. When you first get into the game, you're introduced with like a cutscene or a pre-game cutscene. It's basically, I'm just gonna try to explain it the best I can because I didn't save it as a clip for some reason. I don't know why. My big brain wasn't thinking that way. But you basically, it's just these there's some dude walking in the desert and something's coming up behind him, and all of a sudden these four people are just jumping in like bang bang bang, get Rick pussy or something like that. But after you see them fight and all that, it sends you to the screen where you just press new game and all that. Actually, the thing that didn't like about it, or it was confusing me, is that whenever you were fighting, you saw like a hand or something come out of their arm, and it was just weird. And that's pretty much it for the cutscene. There's not really much else I can do. And then I'm probably gonna have a weird time trying to fit Bradley's voice in it. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'll figure it out in a second.
Okay, so first creating the character is, it has a lot of options, which I like. But the one thing that seems weird, and I would say kind of offensive, is if you go for a female, you could change their breast size. Which, don't get me wrong, that it's it's a game, but a lot of guys would be picking females then. But yeah, the accessories, hairstyle, it's basically got like a lot of options. Like you can make yourself deformed or fucking. There's just a lot of things that seems really good about creating the character that I like. So it's one good thing for the game.
So yeah, for my character, I decided to go when it comes to weapons. I decided to go with a bow, and honestly, I don't feel like that was a great choice when it comes to the combat, because I think it'd be better with a sword. The combat with a bow is just so slow, and it feels so weird when it comes to like aiming it and all that. And I don't know, it's just I don't like the combat. It's like because you have to hold it down to get a heavier attack, or I think that's what it was. I don't know. It was weird, but I don't really like that. But another cool thing about the game, besides the weapon issues, well, weapon's not that great, but it's already in anime. Anime, well, that's kind of racist. It's already in Japanese or Korean. I don't know which one it is. It's probably Japanese. But either way, it's already in that, and I know it feels like some cool ninjutsu shiz. But yeah, for this first cutscene, you see them like trying to take down this weird dog oni type thing, and obviously they're not doing a good job. They just got Shirukened by this weird mouth blast from it. But yeah, that pretty much introduces at least one of them, one of the oni. I think that's what they're called. I can't really remember. But yeah, this entire intro kind of introduces these things. Like, you see this dog one right now, then you see these weird bat things. I didn't fight any of these in the tutorial, but you probably will sooner or later. And these things just start fucking the shit up, like killing these dudes for no reason. I mean, it's kind of cool. This boss actually you do fight, and I think it was a pretty easy battle. I kind of just cut off his hand, I do believe. I don't know. But then you get introduced to these characters. I don't really know if these characters are like integral to the gameplay or not, but you see them. After you see this, you see the more Onis and all that. But yeah, now you get to see like that's one of the weapons I didn't choose. I was gonna choose it, but I decided to choose a bow. It's a rifle. You see here, just click, click, bang. pops that dude in the head, no problem, like a fucking G. Bam, explodes somehow. But yeah, that kind of introduced you to what these people do and what they are.
Oh, and boat scene? Oh, that was fucking... I literally felt like I was in an anime watching it. Because the graphics was fucking cool. Especially just how one person could do all of this in just a couple seconds in that game. To be honest, I thought you were just gonna be like, hey, these are the characters that you have to know. But, nope. Just put you straight into action. No hesitation. Just, boom. Now you have to do this. Survive. Oh, and second thing is, the first time that I've seen the enemies of the game, which are called Anis, or whatever, they kind of intrigued me a little bit, because I wasn't ready to see two versions of enemies in like the same area of the start, but it's really cool because I didn't know that you had to like purify them. I just thought you had to kill them, but surprises, surprises.
But yeah, as you've seen in this, like the combat with the bow just really isn't that great. As I've said like time and time again, like I don't know, 3 times maybe, I don't know. Just aiming with the bow really feels like a pain, and I don't know what the super really does. Like obviously you see me try it right here, but I only kill one of them, and the other one is just like, oh hey, how you doing? Let me give you a big hug, and I don't know. And then as he said, the purification was pretty cool. I think, I don't really know what it does. It probably just heals you or something. And all that. But then, this mini boss fight right here is just a really pain in my ass. I had to zoom this thing like times 8. It took me like, I don't know, like 7 minutes to defeat him. All because like, I don't know, the combat wasn't great. But, yeah, then another thing that annoys me is that whenever you get knocked down or something, he can daze you and you won't be able to get up in time, and they'll hit you with their next attack no matter what attack it is. Like, it can be like the longest wind up and they'll still hit you with it no matter what. So that's another thing that like really annoys me. But after you defeat them, you get like some weird stuff, and then you meet these characters. I'm pretty sure you already heard them before. I'm not 100% sure, but you got this dude named Kuyo. I think that's his name. I think he's like the leader of the bunch, of whatever these people are called. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, then you meet Telepath, which she kind of gives you your orders and all that. I think he gives her the orders, and then she gives you the orders. I'm not 100% sure. But then you enter this boss fight, with this giant dude that likes to bank his ass up for no reason, such as right now. Boop. Okay, yeah. But then also you see like the combat with the arrow. Like I shot it, and it didn't shoot at him, even though I was trying to shoot at him. So I ended up having to lock on at him and all that shit, which is kind of annoying.
Okay, so the boss fight, I loved it. It was a strange thing at first, which it doesn't give you a health bar or something like that. It does give you signs though that you are doing a boss fight. But the functions of the boss fight and what you have to do to defeat it is pretty cool. The only thing that I would say that I didn't like about it was that it puts you in there instantly after you deal with like only a little bit a little bit of enemies, just like a small amount. But I truly just liked the design of the boss, and it it does what like some games do, which drags out the main boss, like the final boss first, so that you could see if you're like powerful enough, and then it just gets like a boost in power, so it's even more stronger at the end than it was at the start, which I like those type of games, because it tells you basically, hey, you're gonna see the final boss, but you can't do anything about it. You just have to try and see if you can defeat it. So, to be honest, I feel like I would do what I always do with games, kind of like this. I would play it for a couple days and then start losing interest in it. But, which, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but I feel like I'm not one of those people that would play that game for like a year. And I will also give the game at least a 5.5 out of 10, because yes, it is a good game and I do love the boss fights, but the attacking and just the overall story I don't get, which they don't drag me in as much as I feel like they're trying to. And I just basically feel like it's just another game that I could just play and just get bored of.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the same with Bradley. I'm gonna rate it a 7 out of 10, mainly because I did quite enjoy the story. I don't really know much about it, but from what it plays and all that, and from this cutscene, it just I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't really think that I'll be playing this game way too often. Like, I'll play it like a few times after this, more than likely, but after that, there's not really much that I'll do with it. And obviously, it happens with a lot of games that I play, but this one, it feels so similar to like a lot of the other games, like Black Desert and then Bless Unleashed, which both of them had better combat and all that. It's just, there's always something wrong with one of these games, and this one just doesn't really drag me or Bradley in as well as, we wish it would be. So other than that, there's not much left, so see you.